Here at the Super Bowl Experience in Atlanta, along with Hall of Famer Ron Woodson and James Jones. I'm Andrew Siciliano. We have some awards, gentlemen, that have been handed out at honors. Some breaking news. Let's get right to it. Patrick Mahomes, after throwing 50 touchdowns this year, has been named the Offensive Player of the Year. No shocker there. Led Kansas City into the postseason, led them into overtime of the AFC Championship game. Patrick Mahomes, the Offensive Player of the Year. We were debating earlier who wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. It is Saquon Barkley. Rod Woodson's happy. 2,000 yards from scrimmage. He beats out Baker Mayfield, the Browns quarterback, and Saquon Barkley, pick 2, wins 1 tonight. Andrew Luck comes back after nearly 2 years away and leads the Indianapolis Colts into the playoffs. Andrew Luck is the Comeback Player of the Year. Congratulations to Andrew Luck. However, his head coach is not the Coach of the Year. That award goes to that man, Matt Nagy, the AP Coach of the Year, as he takes the Bears to the postseason, one bad kick away from winning a playoff game. He took over a team that had lost 45 games over the last 4 years. Matt Nagy, your Coach of the Year, and guys, he does it on his anniversary, his 17th wedding anniversary. Cut the holiday short, came here, wins the award. Pretty cool. What do we think, Rod?
You know, I vote. We talked about Matt Nagy or the Coach of the Year earlier. I thought it should be Matt Nagy. I think football is just better when the monsters of the Midway are playing really good football. When some of those old school football teams that have been around forever, that have the legacy and the history, when they're winning football games and they're back in contention, the NFL is so much better for it.
Listen, it was a lot of club dubs, and you know it hurts me to say that being a Green Bay Packer, but it was a lot of club dubs, man. I was rooting for Pete Carroll, but well deserved, man. Matt Nagy, he earned it, man. He turned that organization around, man. They won 5 games last year, 12 this year. You know, like you said, a kick away from winning that ball game, so well deserved, Matt Nagy.
And Saquon, you got your wish?
Well, I didn't get my wish, but I just
wish?
thought that was a guarantee for me. I mean, you just have to watch him play. I think we all respect ball. We see ballers, and I'm telling you, when I saw the first couple of plays, that first touchdown run he had, that's not normal. You see splashes and you see greatness or like really good plays from other players, but he had some special plays that are not normal for rookies to make.
Or any human being to make.
Well, the great players do make those type of plays, and that's why when you look at him, you go, he's already one of the top 3 running backs in the National Football League because he makes those plays on a consistent basis for his football team.
Absolutely. I know everybody seen the contract that Odell Beckham signed, $100 million. But this is the Giants' offense right here, and he was a rookie. Saquon Barkley was the offense for that team all year long. This is not a surprise. This is well-deserved. Saquon Barkley, listen, every time somebody watches him play, they're like, man, this guy's going to have a gold jacket someday. And I know that's way down the line, but that's the type of player he is. And this year, his rookie year, he outperformed all the rookies.
And I think Andrew Luck was the obvious choice for comeback player there. J.J. Watt, another devastating injury. He came back, returned to form, certainly. But, Luck, there were some people doubting whether or not he would ever play again.
I know I doubted it. I mean, when you're hurt 2 years in a row like that and you just don't know it's your throwing shoulder, you don't know how he's going to come back. I mean, he's a gritty, tough player. You were just hoping that he comes back because he gave so much hope to that city and to that franchise. And without him, they weren't winning football games. But when he's back there, and even though you got a new head coach, but when he's back there, he has a skill set that can win a lot of football games for your team.
And the crazy thing about it is it's not like he was handing the ball off 30 times. He was out there throwing this football 40 times a game. And listen, to win 4 games and then you get one guy back and you automatically are in the postseason with 10 wins, that lets you know you had a special year and you are comeback player of the year. Andrew Luck is a special talent.
And there are other people there that obviously had a huge part in that, like Quentin Nelson or like Chris Ballard drafting Quentin Nelson there in the top 5, putting Darius Leonard in that defense there who led the league in tackles as a rookie, a second-round pick. We don't yet know about MVP. Again, all of this coming up on NFL Honors at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. But we do know that Patrick Mahomes is the offensive
I don't know why I'm a little nervous right now, because usually when they give offensive player
they don't win the
usually
MVP.
go a different route. So I'm a little nervous right now.
Different MVP.
To take this away from him, I don't know about that.
I saw Patrick Mahomes earlier this afternoon. He did not know if he was MVP. I think he will be, but we don't know. You do know, however, that we have a great crowd here and a great crowd outside Amber Theo Harris at Olympic Centennial Park. Hi there, guys.
Hi, Andrew. I don't think the crowd here knows yet about these superlatives. It's starting to spread after we're telling them just now what Patrick Mahomes is the offensive player of the year. Was that a shoo-in for you, Coach?
Well, I've been in this game, man and boy, for 50 years. Yeah, that's how old I am, D'Angelo. And because of playbook, I get all the games Monday. Coach's view, sideline, end zone. Every week, I'm looking at Patrick Mahomes going, I don't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe. Andy Reid in his wildest dream. They knew he was good, but that good. This guy is spectacular, the likes of which we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, the things that Patrick Mahomes can do, definitely no surprise for me. I mean, he is special. And I thought Andy Reid knew he would be good, but I don't think anybody knew he would be this good. He's amazing to watch.
And I remember that submarine-style throw he threw. I know his dad was a major league pitcher, but the way that he is able to do things is very entertaining. But when you look back at that draft just 2 years ago, he was taken 10th overall.
Right.
Mitch Trubisky went to the Bears before that. I always like to think, what if Patrick Mahomes was with the Bears in that defense? We saw how far the Chiefs went. It's working out with the Chiefs. But I always like those kind of hypotheticals. Let's look at Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
The running back class for the rookies in general is in such good shape. Have you ever seen a year where, like, we have Sony Michel, we have Philip Lindsay, we have, Nick Chubb. It's amazing what these running backs are doing. But do you think Saquon should have been the Rookie of the Year offensively?
I mean, you can't deny how dynamic Saquon Barkley is. I got to see him firsthand being a former Redskin. I got to see the Giants and watch him dominate in football games. But for me, Baker Mayfield, the way he was able to change the culture in Cleveland is something that you just can't, you can't take that lightly. Those guys hadn't won a game. And to see what he was able to do, Cleveland is in really, really good hands. And knowing Baker, the kind of guy he is, the attitude he plays with, that athletic arrogance, man, I wanted it for him so bad.
Let's go back and second guess. You talked about looking back, and I may be wrong, but I thought going into the draft, they had a chance, Cleveland, to take Saquon Barkley number one.
They did.
They may have well gotten Baker Mayfield at number 4. How about if they'd have taken that combination?
That would have been an interesting combination. And how about what Matt Nagy is able to do, going from being an offensive coordinator with the Kansas City Chiefs, and he took some criticism because if you remember last year, that offense took a dip in the middle of the year. They got away from running the football. He took a lot of criticism. Then he goes on to Chicago, and he's able to take a team that was in last place 4 straight years and turn them around. How difficult is that to do as a coach?
Well, it's a cultural change, and Rob Woodson alluded to it. It's just the world's right when the Chicago Bears, the storied franchise, and you get back on the right path. Obviously, a lot of it anchored on defense. Vic Fangio got the job in Denver because of it. That's going to be the challenge going next year. Can they maintain that defense? And can Mitchell Trubisky take that true next step? But Matt Nagy, absolutely, the job he did. Second-year quarterback. Chicago, absolutely.
Much more to come. We're still awaiting to hear who is the most